Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, so I'm continuing sort of working with the Lenormand, the Pagan Lenormand at the moment. Now, I do have other Lenormand decks, but I'm just beginning with the Pagan Lenormand at the moment, just to do some small spreads. I'm not going to go too deep into working with this deck, as it's quite a large Lenormand. It's not a tiny one. So the cards are quite big, so you can only fit so many in the space that I'm working in at the moment. If you want to do larger spreads, I definitely recommend a smaller deck, but this is a great one if you're just wanting to do sort of 3 cards maybe, you know. So let's think about, can you tell me about today? I just want to know about an overview of today, just doing a day. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. Without looking too much at card combinations or anything like that at this time, I just want to have a look at each card individually. So the first card we've got is about written. So there's a lot of writing going on. I feel like today is doing a lot of writing stuff. And that can be about any sort of type of writing. Now it's a sense of being protected, does feel very protected sort of energy as well. Now what else was the bear thing about? I just got the word protected in my head, and whether that's the only thing, not really, could be more to it. Okay, so it can also be about strength and abundance, or maybe there's an abundance of writing. Okay, there seems to be a lot of writing going on, and it's needing to be a little bit clever in the way that I write. Interesting. So maybe I need to be, there's a lot of writing going on, and you need to be quite clever, quite cunning with the whole thing. Maybe you need to be a little bit cautious about what I'm writing about. Stay protected about what I'm writing about. Interesting card combination. So let's have a look. I just want to have a look at, so what do we say? Letter and beer. Oops. Letter and beer was check, cash, shares, or stock. Now, well, it doesn't really make sense to me to have that information, because I'm asking about my day to day, and there's not a lot of check, not a lot of cash, there's nothing about shares or stock going on here. So that combination doesn't really mean much to me. So let's have a look and see what beer and like I said, not all combinations in this will make sense. So you want to go back and you sort of want to have a little bit of a look-see, and then think about your own meanings and things like that. Remember, these card combinations, these cards are just suggestions. And this is one that I find that works normally quite well, unless of course you've got to think about the thing. So we've got here, we've got bear and wolf, a bear and fox, should I say. Dishonesty, manipulative boss. So maybe, okay, so we talked about today for me could be about a lot about writing a lot, and about being protected and being abundant, or being abundant. There's abundant amount of writing, abundance writing. So I need to be quite clever in the way that I write, need to be quite important here to have a look. See, it's quite good to go back, and because remember, I'm just reading for myself, I'm just learning, I'm just sort of studying. It's not really doing, I'm not really sort of thinking too much about it, just sort of allowing things to sort of be. So we've got the fox here as being creative, so maybe it's about doing creative, an abundance of creative writing, an abundance of creative writing. So tell me about today. I'm doing a lot of abundance of creative writing. I could be writing a lot creatively. Okay, creative, that's it. Always forget about fox being about being creative. So being creative with an abundance amount of writing. What an interesting combination. So that's the sort of things you can sort of do. I just want to sort of a little bit of a thought about, tell me about today. Today was doing a lot of creative writing, a lot, abundance of creative writing. Interesting. Okay, so what can you tell me about my finances? So I'm going to think about my finances right now. So what can you tell me about my finances? What can you tell me about my finances? So what I'm going to do is, one way of doing this too, is go through and pull out the card that's in relation to finances, right? Which is the fish card. So we're going to pull out, oh, there we go, fish card straight away. And then I'm going to do the next two cards. Oh, that's interesting. So here we have the money, right? We've got the finances that are going on. And then we've got the wolf, the fox, sorry, and then we've got the good luck. So it tells us that there is definitely a creative way to make good luck with the money we have. So it definitely feels like there's, you know, there is a creative way. There is maybe we need to be a little bit cautious with our money. Maybe we need to be a bit clever with our money so that we have the fortune that we desire. So let's have a look here. Remember, I'm just learning, just studying, just mucking around with it. It's just going through, having a look and seeing what it's about. So we've got fish here. I just want to see what the fish and the wolf, fish and the fox is. What do I keep saying wolf for? See, there's a bad opportunity. Maybe there's a bad opportunity in regards to the finances, because that's what we're asking about. So it could be the sense. Here, I've done the cards the wrong way around. So here we've got the sense of the bad finances, right? So there's definitely some bad finances going on, but yet we've got the good luck going on here. So maybe it's going to be overturned. Maybe the bad finances are going to be overturned. Maybe things are going to improve a little bit with our finances. So let's have a look at our fox with the, just to be nosy here, fox with the, I feel like it's going to be overturned. Yeah, I definitely feel like even though our finances may not be that great, I think it's going to be overturned. So that's quite good. I feel like it's going to be lucky. We're going to avoid any traps or anything like that. So it definitely feels as though maybe money hasn't been that great for us, but it is going to be overturned if the question is about our finances. Interesting. So that's an interesting combination. So that's a great way to sort of play with the cards, practice with the Cafe Lenormand. Definitely recommend, or practice with your books. Just keep reading, keep trying them out, and just keep practicing doing these little 3-card spreads to start with. Remember, we're just beginning the journey. We're not going too elaborate. We just want to get a little bit of a beginning, which is quite important to us, to just begin learning the Lenormand cards, learning the combinations, learning how they work together. I think that's really, really important. Just start off with some simple 3-card spreads. Don't get too complicated. That's definitely number one. So this is the easy to sort of start with. We've looked at the cards as individuals. We've looked at some card combinations. Now we're sort of just doing some spreads, and this is how we're including, you sort of got 2 cards here, 2 cards here, and how they sort of go together is really important. Remember, in context of your question. So that's just to begin with. So don't forget to check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care. Blessed be.